everyone. Here we are back again. This is Deb with Four Seasons Crafts. We are going to open up door number 5 on our 12-day Advent calendar here. So we're gonna head right over to number 5. I did pull a few things that I wanted to use on this project that we're going to make today. It's getting easier because obviously as we open up each of these boxes, we are getting more and more supplies that we can use. So that's kind of fun. I'm just noticing, oh, that's already, I was like, why is that coming apart? That's already been opened. All right, here we go. This is very exciting. All right. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, well, I was not anticipating this, you guys. Look at that. Oh, how cool. Okay, so for those of you who may not know, these are masks that you can use your blending brushes, and they even, just to make sure you have everything you need, they've given you this like mini blending brush. All right, that is super cool. So it looks like we have something that's going to make some flowers. Okay, so I have a blending brush in here. It's green, so I might need to run and get one more so that we can use these. But yeah, it looks like I have some stems, some leaves, the flower, and then the rest of the flower. All right, so let me let me see. Well, I'll tell you what, let's set those off to the side. But that is very cool. So for those of you who have any of these masks, you will know these typically cost around $10 when you get them from Stampin' Up, and then you get this cool brush. I really like that. That is awesome. Okay, so we'll set that off to the side. I kind of put everything back each time that we meet. So I am going to pull out the labels that we received just in case. I don't know that we'll use them. And then we're going to I'm just going to pull out the dies. Again, not sure if I'm going to use those because I had a specific, I will say the mask kind of threw me. I was thinking, okay, maybe some ribbon, not masks. So, all right. So I think I'm going to need to grab we can use our glass mat for our blending. But I wanted to make 4 of the same card, and use note cards. So I think I'm still going to do that. But we may use that mask for something else that we can put on our card. So I have 4 of these. So I wanted to use 4 card bases. Let me make sure I have 4 here. That's only 3. These are very, very thick. And they come with the envelopes. And of course, they're smaller. I'll just show you real quickly when this is folded. These can be sent through the mail. This is the smallest size card you can send through the mail, actually. But just to give you an idea, this is a regular 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and then this is a note card. But these make wonderful gifts and wonderful thank you notes, I think. They're just very quick, very small. Love it. All right. So let's go ahead and start with our project, and then we are going to find a way to incorporate, right? Just like on that kitchen show, Chopped. We're going to find a way to incorporate that into our project. So what I wanted to do is this is a piece of Secret Sea, and this is a piece of the designer paper that came in that kit. So let me get this turned the right way, first of all. And the first thing I want to do is I want to divide this into 4s. So it is a piece of 6 by 6. So we are going to divide it into 3 by 3 inch squares. Okay, so we're just going to take each one and do these together. And we'll just pop those right over there. There we go. So now I have 4 3-inch by 3-inch squares. So now what I want to do is I want to take a piece of cardstock, and I'm going to do this at 3, I think I'll do 3 1/4. Let's see. I think I'll do 3 1/8 actually. I like the, no, we'll do 3 1/4. Sorry, I'm debating. We'll do 3 1/4. So I'm pretty sure I need 2 strips here. Because I don't think one's going to give me enough. All right, so we need 6 of these. So we will just do 3 1/4. Or 4 of them. I'm sorry, we need 4. And we kind of get 3 out of one side, and then we need 1 more. And I am looking, oh, I did. You guys, I cut that one at 3. You probably are like, no. I cut one of them at 3 inches. So I got 2, so we'll do 2 more out of this piece here. All right, 3 1/4. How many times have you guys done that? Ugh, I have done it more than I care to say. Where I have a stack of pieces, right, that I miscut. Always can be used though, right? Always can be used. All right, so we're kind of done with that. So what we're going to do on each one of our cards is we're going to take our backgrounds and our pieces of daisy paper, and we are just going to map these together, okay? Because again, we're just going to make some simple cards, and we're going to put them a little closer to the top, but not all the way at the top, all right? So we want a little bit there, but we want this bigger space down below, okay? But first, we're just going to adhere these together. And I think I know what we might use those blending things for. I think I just thought about it. All right, so we will just adhere each of these on our piece of cardstock. And again, just watching, make sure our margins are kind of evenly spaced all the way around. We'll do this for all of them. So if you have, if you purchase this kit, maybe you're just watching. I think if you have just a little bit of colored cardstock and some basic white cardstock, or even you could do everything that we've done using note cards, and then you could use layering if you wanted the different colors. But super, you're getting a lot of great products. Oops. Okay, here we go. All right. And then we'll take this last one. Yeah, I was thinking I was going to do, something a little different, but you know, I think those masks might give us an option to do something just altogether a little different. So, oops, make sure that's lined up there. Beautiful. Okay. I'm going to start with this scrap piece of paper, and I'm going to go ahead and bring in these mats. And what we're going to do is we're going to just see how this is going to look. So you can see they're numbered 1, 2, 3, 4. And I have these smaller flowers and I have this big flower. And I'm thinking, let me see, it looks like number 3 I don't need. If I do, yep, I think I'm just going to use kind of these 3 here if I do this smaller flower. And I think that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to start out light. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it on this piece of paper first. And I'm going to use Misty Moonlight. And I'm going to need to go get some crushed curry. And I'm going to just look over behind me because I think I might have it in here. Yep, I do. And then we'll just use some green if we need to. All right, so I'll be right back. I'm going to go grab another blending brush, you guys. I'll be right back. All right, let's go ahead. And I got those extra blending brushes. So we're going to start with Misty Moonlight. And double check. I think this is going to be a blue. All right, so we're going to just put our brush in there, and I'm going to just go, let me see. I'm going to go in this lower left corner. You guys might not be able to see it. And then I'm just going to go lightly over this area here. And normally, I'm just going to say, because I did this kind of in the wrong order there. Not order, but normally you would have this setting a certain way, and I kind of moved it around, but that's all right. We'll figure it out. Okay, so now I'm going to take number 2, and I'm going to place that over at this. So it goes right about there. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take Misty Moonlight again, and I am going to go over that area just much darker. So it's just going to be a totally different shade, but the same color. So the nice thing is if you don't have a ton of colors, this will work great. Look at that. Same color, just a little bit more intensity. All right. And again, I'm just doing this on here, and then we're going to go back and actually do it on a portion of our card. And then the last one, it looks like it's a leaf. I'm not exactly sure. Nope, it's the centers. So we're going to use crushed curry. And I would say too, if you do have smaller blending brushes, I would definitely use those. I would definitely use the smaller brushes. Okay, here we go. Get this one out. And we are just going to line that right up again. This has moved several times, but I know this one is going to go right in the center. I do know that, so we'll just make sure we get that lined up just like that. All right, we're going to get yellow here. And again, just put a little bit down before and this one, I'm going to need to be a little careful because like right there, if I would be on the card, I would have gotten yellow here. But you guys can see that's where the yellow goes. And that is going to look very pretty. All right, so we are now going to add this to our card. And what we're going to do is we are going to take our nice new, oops, let me get that glue dot off there. And we're going to take one of these flowers and kind of put it down here in the corner. And then we're just going to stamp our greeting. So we want to do this fairly light. And then on the darker parts, we'll still do it a little light. So this is going to go up here. And then our flower is going to kind of just be somewhere down here. And that's going to give us a nice accent. So remember what I said when we use our... when we use these, right? I didn't get it straight last time, so I want to make sure that I put this on and kind of line it up. So I'm just going to go ahead and line it up on this bottom line of the grid. Let me move it up a little bit just so it's on camera. Okay, so we'll do it right here. And I'm going to go ahead and then I'll line the card up. So I have some of the masking tape, and we're going to use this in a couple places actually, but I will use it just to line everything up here. Because if I get this, the card lined up, then I will be able, there we go. And if I keep this lined up right here, between the 25 and 26, okay? So that makes it nice and, oops, actually I take that back. I am gonna line it up at the 25. There we go. So I'm gonna line it up at the 25. Now, the other place I'm gonna put some masking tape is over here. Only because I don't want to take any chances that I'm accidentally going to get some of the blue on my card. So there we have it. So now we are going to start. We're going to bring back in our Misty Moonlight. And now we're going to do this on each card. So I'm going to take this blue and I'm going to use the back of this piece here, and we'll just take a little bit of that off. And again, this one's going to be really light, so we'll just go lightly over that area. There we go. And now we're going to put on layer number 2, and again we'll line it up at the 25 marker. And now we're going to go in a little bit deeper with our colors. There we go. I still want it light, as you guys can see. And then we're going to use our 4th one here. And again, line it up at 25. I'm going to move and go back to Crushed Curry here. And this again is one, there we go, that I'm going to get another piece, because we're going to be doing this on, and what I will probably do is I'm just going to do this on one card, and then you guys can kind of see it on, you know, I won't do it on every single one. We'll just do one card, and then I'll show you tomorrow all of them. Okay, so now we're going to do, this is lined up at 25, so now I'm just going to take the yellow, and I'm going to fill in those 2 small spots there. And again, I'm going to go pretty, oops, that's a little dark. That's a little dark. All right. And there we have it. But those are just small little spots, so that will work. This little guy needs a little bit of chapstick. You guys can put that on those, and it will keep it kind of smooth when it runs. All right, so now we're going to take our Secret C. So I'm going to set all these off to the side, our beautiful mats. And I am going to stamp our greeting. So I want to make these thank you. So I'm going to use the big thanks. Because these are perfect, these smaller cards. And I'm going to stamp it right across. So I'm going to look and see where this is going to land, right about here. And then I will put the big thanks kind of right here. Okay? We're going to see how this looks. All right. All right. Take it down just a bit. There we go. Oh, I like it. I like it. I like it. And I am debating, do I add any like ribbon around this? But because it's just going to be a note card, I think I'm going to maybe not do that. All right. Just because I think it's gonna, this will be good enough. Oops. All right, and there, oops, I'm gonna go down a little bit. I don't, because that's right. I want to leave enough at the top. And there. Perfect. Perfect. I love it. I love it. I love it. That is it, you guys. We're going to let the paper do all the pretty work here as far as our the front of our card. Now we could stamp and die cut one out, but honestly, I think this looks just so pretty, just like this in the mail. Again, it's a nice note card. We could take, if we wanted, and this is something you might want to consider doing, we could, and maybe I'll do this to one and then show it to you guys, but I think what I might do is take the envelope flap and make some flowers on that. I think that would be super, super nice too. Or even doing one here on the front. I think that would look really nice. All right, you guys, so there you go. That is our project number 5 for the day using our masks. So we will be back tomorrow for another one. All right, thanks you guys. See ya. Bye.